Blox Fruits has dominated Roblox for years, with insane player counts and even bigger update times. But now, Rell Seas hasn't even released, and it's already everywhere. From wild combat previews to fans calling it the Blox Fruits Destroyer. Is it actually happening, or is it just delusional hype? I will answer that in this video, and trust me, you'll want to stick around to the end. Blox Fruits is still the biggest game on Roblox, no doubt about it. But just because it's popular doesn't mean it's in a good state. For a game that pulls in millions of players and probably millions of dollars, the updates have been painfully slow, and when they do drop, they're mediocre at best. It's not that the devs don't have the resources, they for sure do. It's just that they don't need to try harder. The bar is set so low, because an average Roblox player will literally play anything till the point that there's no real incentive to actually improve the game. The gameplay hasn't evolved either, it's still just a banning beater, and if you're older than 12, there's barely any depth to the game. No real challenge, and honestly no reason to keep grinding. More and more serious players are starting to notice this, and they're getting bored. Even Blox Fruits' player count has started to dip slightly. And now, both the Rell Games community and parts of the Blox Fruits community are looking at Rell Seas like it might actually replace Blox Fruits for good. And not just Blox Fruits, but every game whose quality does not reflect on the player count of the game. Rell Seas is an upcoming One Piece inspired anime RPG on Roblox, but this isn't just another random banning beater in development. It's being made by the Rell brothers, the same devs behind Shindo Life. And if you've played Shindo Life, you already know it's one of the most nostalgic and well-made Naruto games on Roblox. It has solid combat, tons of anime references, and unlike most anime games, it wasn't just endless grinding. It had actual content. The game exploded back in the day thanks to a wave of Shindo Life roleplay content on YouTube, and even today, with barely any updates, it still holds around 7,000 players. Why? Because the devs shifted their focus. All of their energy is now going into Rell Seas. And that's exactly why the hype around Rell Seas is real. But what about Rell Seas makes it so special and better than every upcoming and current Roblox game? It's the quality, no glaze. While almost every Roblox game is either a repetitive banning beater or a simulator based around one simple idea, Rell Seas is trying to be something way bigger. It's going to be a huge open world with endless possibilities. Progression systems, ship battles, PvP fights, guilds, advanced AI NPCs, and so much more. All on one single massive map. This is like an Elden Ring type game, but free online and on Roblox. And honestly, Roblox as a platform hasn't seen something like this since Deep Woken. Every game that keeps coming out now just feels like it's made to make quick money. Like grow a garden. This game can't be that exhilarating, in my opinion. You literally just buy plants, plant them, sell them, and then buy even better plants. There's no soul to the game. Rell Seas, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. A lot of people genuinely think it's going to change Roblox because it's bringing what this platform deserves, a real high quality One Piece game that's actually worth people's time. And in this video, I'll be going over everything that makes Rell Seas stand out, from its combat and progression to its map and unique systems. Before I do that, hit that like and subscribe button, or you're not gonna be playing Rell Seas. A One Piece game is not a One Piece game unless it has the best ship systems and ship combat, because after all, this is based on One Piece, and I'm gonna tell you, Rell Seas ship systems are actually looking peak. Rell Seas actually seems to have realistic physics, and the graphics is top tier. You have not seen something like this on Roblox, I am not glazing. Even when you go forward and the ship is moving in the other direction, it cancels out. I don't know if the physics is supposed to work like that, but I have not seen a Roblox game do this. And also, if you jump and the ship is moving, you'll move with it. It's not gonna be like every single Roblox game with those goofy physics, where if you jump, you'll move by way too much. Also, this ship is looking massive. You can for sure have epic combat battles on this ship. You can also probably invade other people's ship and also have your crew. Honestly, the whole thing about ships in Rell Seas is my favorite thing so far. On to one of the most important things about a game, boss fighting. That is gonna be one of the ways you can progress, and honestly, the Rell Seas boss fighting is looking mad good. Like, imagine having these massive bosses that you can fight in Roblox. I don't think I've ever seen something like that. I'm not even glazing. Like, I've glazed things a lot in this video, but I'm not glazing right now. This is relevant to One Piece. There's this giant, and there's this tiger, and this is gonna be probably absolute cinema. The actual PvE fighting is honestly really good in my opinion, and it's good that they're transparent about it, because in some games, they literally never talk about its combat or boss fighting. When the game comes out, it ends up being block spammer, Jujutsu Infinite. Rell Seas, on the other hand, the combat is actually looking mad good, especially when you compare it to every single Roblox game. It seems to be one of the best ones so far, no glaze. Now that I've mentioned combat, now I'll talk about PvP, which is gonna be also one of the most important things about a game. As you probably know if you watch One Piece, there's pirates and there's marines, and they're always fighting each other. So in this game, there's gonna be obviously a lot of PvP and roleplay. And this combat is honestly really clean in my opinion. I think there's parries, there's blocking, there's all of the good things that a combat should have. Not blocks for a combat, I'm not hating. There's gonna be a lot of down slams and uppercuts in the game, as you can see. Also, dashes are gonna be quiet, fast, and it has really good animation. I don't want to glaze too much, but overall the combat is actually looking legit. Oh, look at that idle animation. Okay, I should stop glazing. Next thing I'm gonna talk about stats, because in a lot of Roblox games, such as Blox Fruits, you have to level up and then you'll get points, and then you invest those points into strength and different things to get stronger. In Rell Seas, on the other hand, it's gonna have a similar system to a game from Steam, and basically you invest points into something that looks like this, and then you choose talents and skills. It's gonna be a class type game, which is the better type of game in my opinion. There's gonna be medium weapons, there's gonna be light weapons, heavy weapons, and so on. As I said before, Rell Seas progression is gonna be very unique, so leveling up is gonna be a lot different. It's probably gonna be something similar to Deepoken, where levels kind of work differently and you level up as you explore more things around the map and fighting. You're probably used to Delphers being the main thing in the game from playing games like Blox Fruits and GPO, but Rell Seas is actually gonna be relevant to the anime. Haki is gonna be stronger than Delphers, which is a lot better in my opinion. There is finally gonna be a game where Haki does not just add 10 HP or damage to you, but it's actually gonna do things. As you can see, there's these stats. You can have Armament, you can have Observation Haki, and you can have Conqueror's Haki. And I don't think no other game has Conqueror's Haki. What Haki is basically gonna do, according to my understanding, is you're gonna have talents and these cards, and then they're gonna give you unique abilities for each of the 3 Hakis, whether it's Armament, Observation, or Conqueror's. Conqueror's Haki is probably gonna be the biggest thing for me, because you're gonna be able to have a Conqueror's Haki clash with other players. You're also probably gonna be able to unactivate zone type fruit modes as you can in the anime if you're strong enough. You're also gonna be immune to some Devil Fruits like in the actual anime. I think it's good that Haki is gonna be the main way to fight others in Rell Seas, but Devil Fruits are probably also gonna be very significant since it's a One Piece game, and in One Piece there's really strong Devil Fruits. Hopefully there's the Luffy's Gear 5 fruit. That would be absolute cinema. One of the main parts of Rell Seas is gonna be its humongous map. The map is gonna consist of Impel Down, a lot of islands, safe zones, Skypiea, underwater islands, and probably a lot more. It is probably gonna be a game with the most land, other than Deepoken. Impel Down is gonna be the prison in Rell Seas. It's gonna serve as a prison where Marines can imprison NPCs that are pirates, or maybe even players, because they said they're gonna prioritize roleplay between Marines and pirates. There's probably gonna be Marines able to imprison pirates in this prison, and they're probably gonna be serving time. That is for sure gonna be a part of progressing for Marines, arresting pirates, and you'll be able to climb up ranks if you're a Marine. So should you be a Marine or a pirate? As far as I know, there's also gonna be civilians who are gonna be able to run businesses in the game, like a restaurant or something. I don't know exactly how that's gonna work, but there's also gonna be taxes. Anyways, should it be a Marine or a pirate or a civilian even? I think it's gonna be a very different system for both. One is gonna be run by the world government, as in the anime, and pirates are gonna fight against them. Overall, Rell Seas is gonna be the best Roblox game. For sure, you're gonna leave Blox Fruits at 0 players. I'm not glazing. Subscribe and like, and see y'all in the next one.